Dylan Efron, known for his work in television and his adventurous spirit, recently shared a charming yet humorous anecdote about the beginnings of his long-term relationship with his girlfriend, Courtney King. This revelation came during a candid conversation on a popular podcast, where Dylan opened up about the intricacies of how their romance sparked and evolved over the years. It's a tale that highlights the quirks of young love, the unexpected twists that can make or break a first impression, and the enduring bond that can grow from even the most awkward encounters. As Dylan recounted the story, it became clear that what started as a seemingly ordinary hallway glance turned into a decade-long partnership filled with laughter, understanding, and mutual growth. The foundation of their relationship was laid in a setting familiar to many, the bustling corridors of a school. Dylan vividly recalled the moment when he first noticed Courtney. It was in the math hall, a place typically associated with equations and textbooks rather than budding romances. Yet, in that everyday environment, their eyes met in a way that felt significant. Dylan described it as locking eyes, a phrase that evokes the idea of an instant connection, a spark that ignites curiosity and interest. This wasn't just a passing glance, it was the kind of eye contact that lingers in one's memory, signaling the potential for something more. For Dylan, this was the inaugural moment of awareness, the point where Courtney entered his world in a meaningful way. Interestingly, Courtney's perspective on that initial encounter added another layer to the story. According to Dylan, she had already been aware of him prior to that hallway meeting. As the older student, Dylan had a certain presence in the school, perhaps due to his personality or involvement in activities. Courtney knew who he was, which might have given her a slight advantage in the dynamics of their early interactions. This asymmetry in awareness is common in many relationships, where one person notices the other first, building a quiet admiration before any words are exchanged. When their eyes finally locked, it was as if the universe aligned to bring them together, turning a routine school day into the start of something special. Dylan emphasized that this was the first time we saw each other, in that intentional sense, marking it as a pivotal event in their shared history. From that serendipitous meeting, their relationship progressed in a way that felt natural and organic. Dylan didn't waste time. He took the initiative to connect with Courtney through the social media platform of the era, MySpace. This detail adds a nostalgic touch to the story, reminding us of a time when digital communication was just beginning to play a significant role in forming personal connections. MySpace, with its customizable profiles and messaging features, served as the bridge that allowed Dylan to reach out and suggest an activity that could bring them closer. He proposed a tennis date, an idea that seemed casual and fun, perfect for getting to know someone in a low-pressure setting. Tennis, after all, is a sport that combines physical activity with opportunities for conversation, making it an ideal choice for a first outing. However, as Dylan later learned, the date didn't unfold as smoothly as he had hoped, or as he initially perceived. He described himself as pretty quirky, a self-aware admission that underscores his unique personality traits. Quirks can be endearing once someone gets to know you, but on a first date, they might come across as peculiarities that catch the other person off guard. In this case, Dylan's quirkiness manifested in a moment of absent-mindedness during the game. As they played, Dylan felt thirsty and decided to step away to grab a drink from Jamba Juice, a popular spot known for its smoothies and refreshing beverages. In his excitement or focus on his own needs, he forgot to extend the courtesy to Courtney, leaving her on the court without so much as an offer to join him or get something for herself. This oversight turned what could have been a pleasant interlude into an awkward interruption. Dylan recounted the incident with laughter, quoting his own casual announcement, "Oh, I'm thirsty. I'm gonna go with Jamba Juice." And just like that, he departed, leaving Courtney to ponder the sudden turn of events. From her viewpoint, this abrupt exit signaled that the date was not going well. She later confided in him that she thought it went awful, a stark contrast to Dylan's own assessment. He believed the outing had been a success, filled with potential and positive vibes. This discrepancy in perceptions is a classic element of early dating experiences, where miscommunications and differing interpretations can lead to humorous misunderstandings. It's a reminder that what one person sees as normal behavior might be interpreted differently by another, especially when nerves and unfamiliarity are at play. Despite the rocky start, their relationship persevered and flourished. The fact that they could look back on that first date and laugh about it speaks volumes about the strength of their connection. Over the 10 years they've been together, they've built a foundation based on acceptance of each other's quirks, open communication, and shared memories. Dylan's story illustrates how initial awkwardness doesn't have to define a relationship. Instead, it can become a fond anecdote that adds character to their love story. In sharing this on the podcast, Dylan not only entertained the audience but also offered a relatable glimpse into the realities of romance, that it's not always picture-perfect from the outset, but with time and understanding, it can evolve into something truly beautiful. Expanding on this theme, one can consider the broader implications of first dates in modern relationships. In today's fast-paced world, where dating apps and social media dominate the landscape, stories like Dylan's harken back to a simpler time of organic meetings and in-person interactions. The hallway encounter, devoid of algorithms or swipes, represents a pure form of connection that many long for. Moreover, the tennis date mishap highlights the importance of attentiveness and empathy in budding romances. Forgetting to ask if your date wants a drink might seem minor, but it underscores the need to consider the other person's feelings and needs right from the start. Dylan's personality, described as quirky, likely contributes to his appeal both personally and professionally. As the brother of a well-known actor, Dylan has carved out his own path in the entertainment industry, focusing on projects that align with his interests in adventure and environmental causes. His involvement in initiatives like the Great Global Cleanup demonstrates a commitment to making a positive impact, qualities that undoubtedly attract someone like Courtney. Their relationship, spanning a decade, suggests a deep compatibility that transcends initial impressions. They've navigated the ups and downs of life together, turning potential deal breakers into inside jokes.